Okay, so here's with your workout. The first thing you're going to do is to stand with your feet hip width apart. You're going to have the cans down by your sides, and you're just going to do shoulder shrugs first of all. So shrug your shoulders up and then down. Keep looking straight ahead, up and down. Lovely. You're going to do 10 of these. Next, you're going to go into a squat position. So you're going to send your bottom back and then come all the way up. Good. So make sure your bottom goes back and you don't collapse through the knees. Again, 10 of these. Keep your chest up and look straight ahead.
Nine and 10.
Lovely. Next, you're going to just lift your arm one at a time, lifting the can in front of you. Don't go above shoulder height. And at the same time, you can alternate the arms if you like. At the same time, think about pulling your tummy away from the waistband of your trousers. Just do 10 one arm.
6, 7, 8, 9 and 10.
And then the other arm. Think about keeping that chest nice and still. You haven't come forward into your hips. The weight is equally balanced in your feet.
7, 8,
It's nice and slow, controlled.
9 and 10.
Now you're going to put the two together. So you're going to squat and then lift both arms in front. So squat and up. Okay, now we're going to do something just to open up that chest. So you're going to bend your arms. Keep the elbows glued to your side. Just open out the cans to the side. That's it. Try not to let the ribs pop out. So turn that tummy on so that your ribs stay nice and heavy and connected to your hips. Do these for 10.
Five, 6, 9 and 10.
And now you're going to do both arms out in front again like you did before. 10 like that. Again, try to keep those ribs nice and still and controlled. Keeping those arms nice and straight. Shoulders away from your ears.
7, 8, 9.
And the last one you
10.
hold. Turn the cans over and then open out them to the side and then come back in again. That's it. 10 opening out to the side. Lovely. Good. You can move those wrists if you want, or if your wrists are sore, you can keep your hands facing upwards. Try not to go too far wide that you let your chest flay open, and keep that head looking forward. Okay, so standing with your feet hip width apart, you're going to shift your weight into your left bottom. That's it. And you're going to start to send that back leg back behind you, tip forward. So use the cans as a way to keep your balance. That's it. And as you come through, you're going to drive that knee up. Do this really slowly and controlled. When you send the leg back, it's not about how high the leg goes, it's how long you can point through the toes. So try to keep the hips nice and forward so that there's no movement and tilting. And where you should feel this is in the leg that's supporting you. So in this case, it's in the left bottom. Try not to lock the leg and reach, reach, reach with that leg. Other leg, good.
Six, 7, 8, 9 and 10.
Lovely, then switch legs. So step yourself back up, Shift the weight now to the right butt cheek and keep that chest nice and still. Keep looking ahead. And it's like you're a pendulum swinging at the hips. Grounding yourself with that support. Okay, so standing with your feet hip width apart, you're going to tilt yourself forward at the hips, slight bend in the knees. Good. And you're going to now round the shoulders forward and then let them go back. Good. The rest of the body stays still. The only thing that's moving is the shoulders. Good. This is very good for all those little muscles in your shoulder complex. Good. Try to keep those arms nice and straight as you can. You're going for 10 of these. Try not to let them come too close to your
6,
ears.
7, 10.
Lovely. Now set your shoulders somewhere in the middle. Again, tip from the hip forward again. Bend those knees. Now arms go straight back behind you. That's it. Tilt a little bit more forward. Even more. And now go back up and down with those arms. That's it. But keep the arms straight. Completely straight. That's it. Again, you're trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together, but you're not rounding as you come forward this time. It's just the backward movement. Go 10 like that. And on the 10th one, you're going to hold them back.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. Hold them there. Little pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Now you're going to bend your elbows. Okay, so you're going to set yourself up on all fours. Your knees are directly underneath your hips. Your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. And you've got a nice natural curve in your spine. Lovely. Just get yourself nice and settled. From there, you're going to take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, you drop your head, push through the hands and round your back. Scoop that belly and get that lovely stretch like a very angry cat. Then you're going to start from your tailbone and come all the way back to neutral, lift that chest. Good, and again, round that spine, all the way up, and then come all the way back through. Things to think about, you want that tummy to be scooping round as you drop that head. You're going to do 10 of these in total. You don't want those elbows locked, and you want to make sure your weight is equal between your hands and your knees. You haven't leaned too far forward or too far back. And you're trying to isolate every single bone of your body. Bone by bone by bone. You're just rounding. That's it. And you can do this as fast or as slow as you like. The slower the better. But really getting that movement in the back. Good.
And the last.
That's it.
10.
Good. From there, you're going to pick up one of your cans. Super. All you're going to do is lift the can out to the side with a straight arm and then bring it back. Good. Straight arm to the side and bring it back. Okay, so now you're going to lie on the floor, grab yourself a towel or just something that's about an inch thick just to protect your neck so that your neck isn't jammed into the floor. You're going to pick up your 2 little cans, bring your feet so they're nice and bent. That's it, lovely, shoulder width apart or hip width apart, good. Now lift the cans up to the sky and you're just going to open up the cans out to the ceiling, to the floor. Pulling through that tummy, you're not jamming your back into the floor, you're keeping your back very, very neutral. A natural curve in your back. Lovely. Breathe in as you let the arms go wide, breathe out as you come back up. That's it. Keeping those ribs nice and heavy, and again, try not to let them flay out. Don't let the ribs pop out. There. Good.
Forgot the count.
I think it's your last one. Now, from there, you're going to keep the cans above your chest, and you're going to float them behind you. Again, try not to go too far that the ribs pop out, and then breathe out as you bring them back in. Good, do 10 like that. So all the way back, all the way in. Nice. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to just link some legs in with this. So the first thing you're going to do is keeping those tins nice and tall above your chest. You're just going to tap one foot on the floor, keep the legs bent, and then come back in. Good. Now, what you're trying to do is make sure the back doesn't move. So if you've chosen to have your back imprinted, i.e. your back is slightly pressing into the ground, then keep it like that. And reach your leg as far as you can. So if you can start to reach a bit further, like here, then great. But you don't want that back moving, so pull through the tummy muscles. Now you can start to link the arms. So as you send one leg away, do the opposite arm, nice and straight. Good, pulling all through the diagonal lines of your body. Good. When you reach the leg, try not to let the other knee creep in. So it keeps it above the hip the whole time. Remember, we're keeping the ribs nice and heavy. We're keeping the breathing. Keeping everything together. Keep going till you've counted to 20, i.e. 10 each side. So here we are doing some ab curls. So the back is in a nice neutral position. Webby's nodding her head and then she's coming up to look towards her knees, pulling through that tummy. The hips don't move. So try to make the movement come from gliding the ribs towards the hips, keeping those arms quite wide and breathing out as you come in as you go down. On your last one, come up and hold. Good, hold it there, little pulses with your upper body. Up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Now do exactly the same thing now. You're going to lift one leg to a tabletop, lift the other leg to a tabletop. If you need to imprint your spine to be able to keep your legs there, brilliant. But at whatever position you've chosen now, you need to keep your back in exactly the same position. Do the same thing. You're going to curl all the way up and all the way down. Up and down. You can carry on doing this with your legs on the floor if you need to. But because your back is slightly imprinted, you should be able to come up a bit higher. Try not to let the ribs flay as you get to the bottom. Keep the ribs heavy. That's it. And you're just going to come up and down. On the 10th one, you're going to hold. Good. From there, you're going to reach your left hand over your right knee. That's it. And then come back. Okay, back extension. So the first thing you're going to do is make your legs nice and long. They can be together or apart. Then you're going to pull your tummy away from the floor like you had an ice cube underneath your belly button. From there, you're going to take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to push through your hands as you just lift. Lovely. And then back down. So keep going all the way up, all the way down. You really want to send those shoulder blades into your back pockets. If it's too much for you to do it with your hands up, keep your hands on the floor and just push up. Lovely. But don't come up too high. Keep the elbows on the floor. It's just an extension of the back. There you go. Now, keep that head nice and long. There, perfect. Just to there. So try to keep that head from creasing, getting a neck crease in it. That's it. And you want to feel this in the top of your bra strap. And you can go back to this version if you feel ready. You really want to be lifting the chest, reaching through the top of your head, but try to maybe make the neck, that's it, not come up too high. Your gaze should never really leave the floor. Do 10 like that.